From the Channel3000.com Alert Center, this is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. In just the last half hour, Milwaukee police held yet another press conference releasing some new details about the shooting at Molson Coors in Milwaukee yesterday.
At that conference, the Milwaukee police chief released the names of the victims who were killed. You can see them there on your screen listed beside us. All of the victims are from Milwaukee or surrounding areas, and all were employees at Molson Coors.
And right now, Governor Evers has ordered that flags be flown at half-staff to honor the victims of yesterday's shooting at Molson Coors. The order will be in place until sunset. And at that press conference we mentioned, police are also confirming the name of the suspect.
Our Madison O'Neill has been covering the Molson Coors shooting since yesterday, and she joins us now from Milwaukee. Madeline, what do we know about the shooter?
Susan and Eric, Milwaukee police are saying the suspected shooter is 51-year-old Anthony Farrell of Milwaukee. Our news partners here in Milwaukee are reporting that he was an electrician at Molson Coors for about 20 years. Investigators have been at what's believed to be his residence at the 8000 block of Potomac Avenue all day. That's surrounded by crime tape. Police confirm Farrell was also a current employee, as were his victims. Molson Coors CEO says his employees and the victims' families are his top priority today.
They were powerhouse operators, they were machinists, and they were electricians. But more importantly, they were husbands, they were fathers, and they were friends. They were part of the fabric of our company and our community, and we will miss them terribly.
Police didn't take any questions at this press conference, but as the mayor walked out, he did respond to one question about motives, simply saying the investigation is ongoing, so no motive has been released. There will be a vigil tonight at Ridge Community Church in honor of the victims. That starts at 7. It's open to the public. We'll be there as well, bringing you live updates at 6 and 10 tonight.
Madeline O'Neill live in Milwaukee. Maddie, thanks.
The Brewers are not in Milwaukee today. Of course, they're out in Arizona for spring training, but they are thinking of their home city during this difficult time. A Milwaukee Strong poster hung in their dugout today ahead of their matchup against the Kansas City Royals. Players are wearing blue ribbons to support the victims of the shooting at Molson Coors.
Brew City brand is printing 1,000 t-shirts with the bold but simple message of support Miller Strong. The t-shirt company has a long history with Molson Coors. They've been working together for more than 30 years. The Miller Strong t-shirts will be given to Molson Coors for free, and then the company can decide what they want to do with them. It is a tough day for first responders who were called to that scene in Milwaukee.
And for local law enforcement, it is bringing back some memories of the office shooting that happened in a Middleton software company, Paradigm. Our Keely Arthur checked in with them today. Keely?
Well, Susan and Eric, Dane County Sheriff Dave Mahoney and former Middleton Police Chief Charles Folk, who was in charge during the Middleton shooting, both told me that what happened yesterday brought them right back to September 19th, 2018. That's the day an employee at a software company now known as Paradigm walked into the office with a gun. There are, of course, some big differences between the Paradigm and Molson shootings. The most significant, that 4 people were injured during the Paradigm shooting, but no one but the shooter died. It's been a year and 5 months now, but what happened that day has stuck with employees and first responders. Sheriff Dave Mahoney says he was actually contacted by Paradigm about the Molson Coors shooting.
Last night I got an email from staff at Paradigm wanting to make contact with Molson Miller Coors to share their experience and how they survived with their staff. It amazes me with all that they are continuing to deal with.
Sheriff Mahoney reacting to the emotional toll of it all. And we're going to hear from Mahoney and Charles Folk in our 6 o'clock hour, both offering lots of support and sympathy, but also a lot of frustration, saying this keeps happening and happening.
Keely Arthur reporting tonight. Keely, thank you.
Thank you, Keely. Another cold day, but we'll see a warm-up for the weekend. Let's check in on your first warn forecast with Gary. Hi, Gary.
Hi, Susan. Lots of sunshine today once we get rid of the clouds this morning, but we may see a few more clouds come back in. The live view from the Edgewater Skycam looking toward the southeast shows almost perfectly clear skies here, but as we take a look at the radar out to the west of us, there are some flurries moving through Minnesota and Iowa. A few of these could clip southwestern Wisconsin later on tonight. Areas north and east of Madison may stay clear for most of the night. So look for skies to be clear or partly cloudy overnight. Temperatures will drop off into the lower teens by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow will still be a sunny and cold day with a high in the upper 20s. We'll be in the 30s on Saturday and in the upper 40s on Sunday. Then we'll look for some rain and snow chances early next week. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. Appleton police are investigating a homicide that happened last night, claiming the life of a 3-year-old girl, sending a 27-year-old woman to the hospital. Police say they were called to a residence on the south side of Appleton at about 9:30. Both victims were transported to a hospital where the 3-year-old died. The woman is listed in stable condition after surgery. She is pregnant. The condition of the unborn baby is stable. 25-year-old DEMETRIUS Williams was arrested on charges of first-degree intentional homicide and 2 counts of attempted homicide. His first court appearance is set for Monday.
A Richland Center woman charged with killing a man whose body was found in Sauk County last fall is headed to trial. Court records show Amber Lundgren didn't speak as the court entered a not guilty plea on her behalf in Sauk County Court today. Lundgren is accused of killing Christopher Lyle of Westfield. According to a report, Lundgren admitted to causing the death of Lyle. Detectives found there was a prior relationship between the two and that the incident was not a random act. She is expected to be back in court in March.
Congress is hashing out a funding plan to respond to coronavirus as California deals with what could be the first case of community transmission of the deadly virus. The female patient is in isolation at UC Davis Medical Center. That's in Sacramento. Health officials are trying to trace her contacts. This is the 15th case now to originate in the United States. The other 14 involved either people who had traveled to China or who had close contact with an infected patient. Congress, meanwhile, working on a bill to fund the federal emergency response to coronavirus. And both Republicans and Democrats say this is no time to play politics.
We're coming close to a bipartisan agreement, and the Congress says how we can go forward with a number that is a good start.
If China would have allowed our doctors and our scientists in earlier, the world would be safer.
And coronavirus, the impact on the markets has been devastating, on pace to be among the top 20 worst weekly sell-offs in the history of the Dow Jones, off nearly 1,200 points today alone. The Nasdaq tumbled more than 400. The S&P 500 lost almost 138 points.
The Democratic presidential hopefuls are spread out across the country campaigning ahead of Saturday's primary in South Carolina and Super Tuesday states, which vote just 4 days later. Senator Bernie Sanders enters the next series of contests as the frontrunner. Pete Buttigieg is one of 7 other Democratic hopefuls trying to slow Sanders' momentum. Former Vice President Joe Biden is counting on South Carolina as his firewall. He's opened a double-digit lead in a new Monmouth poll of Palmetto State voters. Billionaire Michael Bloomberg campaigned in Texas. He's banking on Super Tuesday when he'll appear on the ballot for the first time. While Democrats are divided over the still crowded field, Republicans are trying to unify their base at the annual Conservative Political Action Conference.
Meanwhile, in Wisconsin, Senator Sanders has surged to a sizable lead in the latest edition of the Marquette Law School poll, surveying likely voters in the state.
Our Charlotte DeLeste is here now with a look at the latest numbers in the poll. Charlotte.
Well, Susan and Eric, the numbers just out today reveal Senator Bernie Sanders is a favorite to do what he did in 2016, and that is win the Wisconsin Democratic presidential primary. Senator Sanders is now up 29%, up 10 points in a month. Mike Bloomberg's advertising has helped him surge past previous frontrunner Joe Biden, who led for 3 months before tumbling to third. In potential head-to-head matchups in the general election, among the top 3 Democrats, only Senator Sanders now beats the president head-to-head by a slim 48 to 46 margin. The president edges Mike Bloomberg 45 to 44%, and it's a tie between President Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden.
But we've seen fluctuations, and as the voting takes place, these things can certainly change. But if you look at January before any place is voted to now, it's been very good for Bernie Sanders, very good for Mike Bloomberg, and not so good for Joe Biden, and none of the others have really managed to break into the top tier.
Expect more polling ahead of the Wisconsin presidential primary, which is now just 40 days away on April 7th. The poll also weighs in on the approval ratings for both the president and Governor Tony Evers. 1,000 registered voters were polled last week, and we have all of those numbers from this latest poll linked to our website, channel3000.com.
All right, Charlotte, thank you. Well, if you plan on going to a Packer game this year, it's going to cost you a little more. The Packers say regular season tickets will increase between $1 and $7 per game. That depends on the location of the seats. Face value for regular season prices will range from $118 to $149. President and CEO Mark Murphy said, quote, "We feel this continues to provide an excellent value for the game day experience at Lambeau Field while also supporting our partner NFL teams through shared revenue." Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, why Lori Loughlin is saying she is innocent in a college admission scandal.
And then coming up tonight at 6, the Badgers head to Michigan to take on the Wolverines in a pivotal Big Ten matchup. We'll tell you what's expected from Wisconsin coming up tonight at 6.
Take an extra day to save at Ashley Home Store's 72-hour Leap Day sale. Get our biggest discount store-wide. Line up early Saturday for a free gift. Save up to 70% off doorbusters throughout the store. Plus a bonus 20% off our sale prices at checkout. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
I wanted my hepatitis C gone.
I put off treating mine.
Epclusa treats all main types of chronic hep C. Whatever your type, Epclusa could be your kind of cure.
I just found out about mine.
I knew for years. Epclusa has a 98% overall cure rate.
I had no symptoms of hepatitis C.
Mine caused liver damage.
Epclusa is only one pill, once a day, taken with or without food for 12 weeks. Before starting Epclusa, your doctor will test if you have had hepatitis B, which may flare up and could cause serious liver problems during and after treatment. Tell your doctor if you have had hepatitis B, other liver or kidney problems, HIV or other medical conditions, and all medicines you take, including herbal supplements. Taking amiodarone with Epclusa may cause a serious slowing of your heart rate. Common side effects include headache and tiredness. Ask your doctor today if Epclusa is your kind of cure.
Steinhaffel's biggest President's Day sale has been extended. Last chance to save 35 to 75% store-wide, plus an extra $100 off. Get incredible deals like this queen bookcase bed, $249. 3-piece dining set, $459. Sofa, $599. 5-piece dining set, $699. 2-piece sectional, $799. Plus, Steinhaffel's now carries purple mattresses. Try it before you buy it. Plus 60 months special financing. Steinhaffel's President's Day sale ends Friday.
The new year is well underway. It's time to shake off the dust and get a jump start on your home improvement projects with Feldco. For a limited time, save 40% on our energy-efficient windows. And if you get your home windows replaced now, you can take advantage of no interest until 2021. This is an opportunity you don't want to pass up.
40% off and Saturday. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Take an extra day to save during the last stretch of the Mattress Marathon at Ashley Home Store's 72-hour Leap Day sale. Save up to 70% off doorbuster mattresses during this final week, including our best deal of the year on brands like Tempur-Pedic and iComfort. Leap Day weekend only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Tonight at 6, we're live in Milwaukee with the latest details about the mass shooting at Molson Coors, and we're hearing from Milwaukee business owners about how they're supporting families who lost loved ones in the shooting. That's tonight. News 3 Now at 6.
Wisconsin voters deserve the truth. I'm News 3 Now's Amy Reed. I'm breaking down political ads, explaining whose money is behind them and separating truth from misinformation. Get the facts with Reality Check, only on News 3 Now.
After more calls from the public and community leaders, board members that oversee UW Hospital are still not going to recognize the nurses union.
Amy Reed joins us live outside UW Hospital to show us how people tried for a different outcome today. Amy?
In the last 10 minutes, the UW Hospital and Clinic Authority came back from closed session and voted to maintain its current system for feedback with a change, but that change is not a union. That was after leaders from local unions, a rabbi, and politicians from multiple levels of government addressed the board today, asking them again to move into a meet and confer process with nurses. Nurses announced their union in December. They said because of staffing shortages and administrative changes, ever since they lost the union in Act 10, their workload has gotten gotten worse. They worry patient care is suffering. Today, members of the public joined in and voiced their support.
Nurses see the environment. Allow them to unionize. The hospital would benefit from a nurses' union, and patient care would improve. Your ultimate goal.
Shortly after those words, the board went into closed session. The crowd here today was frustrated by the board not having the discussion out in the open. They did come back for their vote where they unanimously approved a resolution that says they believe it's in the best interest of the UWHCA, its patients and employees to stay with the current system. They did add that they will appoint a governance committee on staffing and schedule special meetings to hear further from nurses. But without a union, the nurses likely won't be happy with this outcome. They say that the way things are working now isn't working.
Amy Reed, live in Madison. Amy, thank you. Lawyers for actress Lori Loughlin and her husband claim new evidence shows the couple is innocent in the college admissions scandal.
It's been nearly a year since Rick Singer pleaded guilty to charges including racketeering and fraud as part of an alleged scheme to buy students admission to top-tier colleges. But a new memo from defense attorneys for Loughlin and her husband, Massimo Giannulli, claims the government instructed Singer to lie to clients by calling their payments bribes, even if he had previously characterized them as legitimate. Lori Levinson is a former federal prosecutor, and she says Singer's notes should have been turned over a long time ago, and they bring both his and the government's credibility into question.
It gives the defense some ammunition to say that, in fact, Loughlin and others didn't really agree that this was a bribe. This is a positive development for Lori Loughlin. We don't know whether it will clear her or make the case go away, but we do know that it puts the government on the defensive.
Actress Felicity Huffman only pleaded guilty in the case, but finished serving her prison sentences.
Pope Francis is weighing in on internet insults, basically saying thou shalt not troll. As the Pope blessed followers at the beginning of Lent Wednesday, he put a modern twist on the list of things to quit, urging Catholics to stop insulting each other on social media. The pontiff says too many offensive and harmful words are amplified by the internet. Lent is the lead up, of course, to Easter, a time when Christians often give up something for 40 days, but instead of food and other vices, the Pope asking Catholics to start being kind online and to give up useless words, gossip, rumors, and tittle-tattle, he said. Amen to that, right?
Yeah, exactly. Let's head over to weather now with Gary. Sunny, but on the chilly side today, Gary.
Yeah, we got rid of the clouds this morning. We had some sunshine this afternoon. There's still a fair amount of snow on the ground, so that keeps us cold. Northern part of the state, still around 2 feet of snow up around Hurley, about a foot of snow north of Rhinelander. But the snow pack is starting to diminish across the rest of the state. Still pretty widespread, but you get just south of Wisconsin, and you can see much of northwestern Illinois, much of Iowa, right now snow-free. And as far as prospects for future snow, our friends over at Climate Central have put together this graph showing how Madison snowfalls have changed seasonally by decades. Since 1970, the winter snowfalls have actually increased by about 10 inches per year. And that kind of makes sense with a warming atmosphere. The atmosphere holds a little more moisture, so as long as it's cold enough for snow, you can get bigger snowfalls. But as far as the fall is concerned, generally the line has been flat. Now, of course, this year we had an unusually snowy fall, but then, right after mid-November, things just kind of cut off. And on the average in spring, we actually are losing about 3 to 4 inches of snowfall from about March 1st on. So our springs are becoming a little less snowy as time goes on. Maybe that means another spring with very little in the way of snowfall. And the trend is for that, because right now we're seeing some snow out to the west, some of these flurries. Few of them may clip far southwestern Wisconsin, but I don't see any major storm systems that will bring us accumulating snow in the foreseeable future. We'll see one more cold day tomorrow, and the 3 things you need to know about the weather, but then we're going to turn mild this weekend with a quick warm-up. Temperatures in the upper 30s on Saturday and upper 40s as we head into Sunday. By Monday and Tuesday, the next weather system will bring mainly rain chances. Now, there could be some snow mixed in, but right now it doesn't look like any accumulating snow. And as far as temperatures are concerned, we'll see that one more cold day. Temperatures tomorrow night might actually be colder than tonight, dropping down into the single digits above zero. But then, and with wind chills close to zero, but look at how quickly those temperatures rise into the 30s on Saturday. And again, we'll be in the mid to upper 40s on Sunday. As we look at weather track across the Pacific Ocean, we look out here for changes in the overall weather pattern. We're starting to see one. The atmosphere is starting to warm up. The jet stream starting to bulge northward. So these weather systems are heading more toward the Gulf of Alaska rather than coming right at the west coast. There's one more storm system off the west coast that's mainly going to bring rain to the southwestern part of the country. But in the short term, once this weather system passes, we'll see several days of quiet weather as the next weather system comes in at a higher latitude. That means that the atmosphere will start warming up again. And right now, while our upper level winds are from the northwest, that trend will change over the next couple of days. So on future track, we'll still see that northwesterly wind flow for tonight. Again, a couple of flurries might clip far southwestern Wisconsin. We'll see plenty of sunshine for tomorrow. Clouds will actually roll in on Saturday, but look at how the winds shift back to the south and southwest. That will start warming us up. Now, if we get a little more sunshine than forecast on Sunday, right now I've got mostly cloudy skies in the forecast, but should we stay mostly sunny, temperatures will be even warmer than the 47-degree high I have predicted. And over the next 10 days, those temperatures will stay pretty close to normal or slightly above normal. So for tomorrow, look for mostly sunny skies, high temperature at around 27 degrees. So it'll be our last cold day of this cold spell. And as we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, you see those temperatures warming up into the upper 40s by Sunday, staying in the 40s for the early part of next week. Mainly rain showers, although there could be some snow mixed in the morning and then at night when temperatures are a little bit colder. We'll see a brief cool down on Wednesday and Thursday, and temperatures back up in the 40s for Friday and Saturday. As we take a look at News 3 Now First Warn traffic, here's the view of the Beltline to Fish Hatchery Road. You can see some slowdowns, especially in the westbound direction. Actually, both directions right now. We're seeing delays. There's an accident right near Southtown Drive and the Beltline. So traffic is backed up on the eastbound Beltline from before Verona Road all the way to the accident site. Westbound, we're seeing delays from around Fish Hatchery Road back to around John Nolan Drive. As far as travel times are concerned, about a 25-minute commute on the eastbound Beltline from University Avenue to the interstate, 21 minutes going back in the westbound direction. Heading out of Madison, it's 24 minutes to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes to Sauk City on US 12, and also 16 minutes to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. At your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Thank you, Gary.
Ahead on News 3 Now at 5, should parents be able to sit next to their children on flights without paying an extra fee? We'll tell you about a new petition that has a lot of families talking after a short break.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
Take an extra day to save during the last stretch of the Mattress Marathon at Ashley Home Store's 72-hour Leap Day sale. Save up to 70% off doorbuster mattresses during this final week, including our best deal of the year on brands like Tempur-Pedic and iComfort. Leap Day weekend only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
The world awaits in your new Jeep from Don Miller. It's the President's Day event on now. The tradition carries on with the new Jeep Wrangler. Get your own Don Miller deal plus rebates and incentives up to $5,500 off select remaining 2019 Jeep Wranglers. No day is the same in your new 2020 Jeep Gladiator. You'll get up to $2,000 bonus cash plus your own Don Miller deal on select 2020 Jeep Gladiators. The President's Day event on now at Don Miller, Madison and Dane Counties Jeep Headquarters, Odana Road, Madison.
Don Miller. Pills. You crush them. Kind of. Kale. You eat it for breakfast. Sometimes. You go far to eliminate stubborn fat. But sometimes life gets in the way. Cool Sculpting takes you further. A non-surgical treatment that targets, freezes, and eliminates treated fat cells. For good. Discuss Cool Sculpting with your doctor. Some common side effects include temporary numbness, discomfort, and swelling. Don't imagine results. See them. Cool Sculpting. Take yourself further.
Attention. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services has officially authorized new benefits that Medicare Advantage plans may include. To get the benefits you deserve, you can call the Medicare Coverage Helpline.
Hi, I'm Joe Namath. If you're on Medicare, this is important information. I called the Medicare Coverage Helpline and they instantly looked up my coverage. In this one simple call, they offered to enroll me in a plan that includes rides to medical appointments, private home aides, doctors and nurses' visits by telephone, and even home-delivered meals. The plan also includes dental, vision, hearing, and prescription drug coverage, all at no additional cost.
Don't delay. Call to see if the new benefits are available in your area.
Call the number on your screen now. It's free.
Call 1-800-662-3800. That's 1-800-662-3800 now.
Buy like a builder during Furniture and Appliance Mart's 72-hour Leap Day Appliance Sale. This weekend, you pay what the builders pay, which means savings up to 50% off, plus a free 10-year warranty and free delivery. Leap Day weekend only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Bring your family and friends to Monk's Bar and Grill, home of the mouth-watering half-pound ultimate Monk burgers. Try the Prime Nacho Burger, the Brisket Burger, the Alamo, or the Big Ten. Monk's Bar and Grill, serving up a good time since 1947.
A new online petition is calling on 3 major airlines to allow parents to be seated with their children at no extra charge.
Michael George reports from New York's LaGuardia Airport.
Betsy Roach says she'd spare no expense to sit next to her 9-year-old son Bernie on a plane.
I would not want to have him sit anywhere besides by me.
According to Consumer Reports, many airlines require travelers pay extra to be guaranteed a seat next to children under 13.
The base expectation should be that kids and their parents sit together without paying extra to do so.
The company launched an online petition, which has already garnered over 90,000 signatures, demanding airlines stop separating families. Anna Layton of Consumer Reports says the move not only poses a security concern, but a safety one.
We've been hearing growing concerns about abusive behavior by passengers. And children seated alone, we don't know who they're seated next to.
While a number of airlines charge extra for family seating, the online petition specifically calls out American Airlines, United, and Delta for their policies, urging them to put safety before profits. United, Delta, and American Airlines tell CBS News they already have policies in place to ensure children sit next to an accompanying adult. But they did not specifically address the demand they stop charging parents for seating changes.
Kids are sometimes afraid, to be around other people, to be alone next to other people. It's so important for everybody to be together.
Parents we spoke with say no airline should put a price on keeping families together. Michael George, CBS News.
A representative from Consumer Reports will testify before the House Transportation Committee about this issue next week.
And stay with us. We'll have a final check of your First Warn forecast when we return.
Take an extra day to save at Ashley Home Store's 72-hour Leap Day sale. This Saturday through Monday with a preview day Friday. Get our biggest discounts of the year store-wide. Line up early Saturday for a free gift. Save up to 70% off furniture and doorbusters throughout the store. Plus an extra 20% off our sale prices. That's our best bonus deal of the year. And don't miss the final days of Mattress Marathon with huge savings on sleep store-wide. Leap Day weekend only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
Find your style at Menards with 11% off Patriot lighting.
Or you could add stylish storage with 11% off all Dakota shelving.
Insulate and save big on energy costs. Plus get 11% off.
Create your dream Clearview kitchen with 11% off.
You'll be floored by our vinyl plank flooring. Get 11% off all of it.
Whatever you're working on, you'll get 11% off. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Working with Mike Bloomberg was one of the most empowering experiences that I've had.
It's important to talk to the people who know him personally.
I worked for him for 8 years in City Hall.
I've been working for Bloomberg for 27 years.
25 years.
Almost 30 years.
There's nobody that I respect more and felt more respected by.
Mike believes excellence is not defined by gender.
Mike builds a culture that advances women.
He was the first woman ever appointed to be counsel to the mayor.
He expects excellence out of everyone, but he also provides the kind of support that allows you to be that person.
Mike called to tell me, you should be proud of what you've done, and your name should be on that project.
He has faith in you. He believes in you. It was about always showing up and doing your best. I always knew that he had my back.
He was raised by an extraordinary woman. She supported him all along the way, and that's very much a part of who he is.
Mike supports women, he promotes women, and he respects women.
I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
The new iPhone 11 runs on Straight Talk without a contract and a plan that's up to half the cost of big carriers. With the new ultra-wide camera, your shareable moments are ultra-shareable. Because you're on a network that's more than just big talk. The new iPhone 11. Now get the unlimited plan for just $45 a month on America's best 4G LTE networks. Straight Talk Wireless, everything for less.
Tax time mattress blowout at American Freight. Low price match guarantee. We will not be undersold. Mattress sets from $49 each piece. Memory foam mattress sets from $119 each piece. Upholstered beds from $129. Get 2 mattresses, any size, from only $298. Same-day delivery. Take it home for $50 and no payments for 60 days. Ends March 31st. At the corner of North Stoughton and Kinsman Boulevard.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, market meltdown. The Dow plunges nearly 1,200 points as coronavirus fears grow. Our Dr. John LaPook is here with how to protect yourself. Plus, a new study shows a rise in pedestrian deaths. Are smartphones to blame? And we'll meet a dedicated group making sure the legacy of black spirituals is not forgotten. That's all tonight on the CBS Evening News.
And one more cold day before a warm-up, right?
Yeah, the sky's cleared out today. It's actually a pretty nice day out there. Sunshine-wise, there's the view from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville. They might actually see a couple of flurries later on tonight. You can see on Doppler tracks some flurries moving through Minnesota and Iowa that might just clip far southwestern Wisconsin later on tonight. Over the next 12 hours, those temperatures will drop off to the lower teens by early tomorrow morning, and look for skies to turn sunny again for tomorrow. High temperatures will be in the upper 20s, but look ahead to Saturday, 37, 47 on Sunday. Some rain showers, maybe mixed with a little bit of snow at times Monday and Tuesday. And then another warm-up toward the end of next week.
All right, we're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. Stay tuned now for the CBS Evening News.